Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. How are you? I am Teacher Nurliza, but you can call me Teacher Liza. And I am your teacher presenter for your English lesson. Today we are going to start on our very first lesson on Year 5 English Plus 1, Lesson 1, which in your textbook page 4. But before that, let us try to see first the objective of our lesson today. At the end of this lesson, I want to ensure that you will be able to talk about your hobbies and interests.
But before we learn on how to talk about our hobbies and interests, let us go through a few vocabulary that you should know or you should have known earlier. So, let us try to get through this vocabulary together.
Read after me. Video games. Video games. Music. Music. Art. Art. Reading. Reading. Watching TV. Watching TV. Films. Films. Animals. Animals. Cooking. Cooking. Skateboarding. Skateboarding. Cycling. Cycling. Photography. Photography. Sport. Sport. Shopping. Shopping. Chatting online. Chatting online. Meeting friends. Meeting friends. Now, these are the vocabularies that you should have known in order for you to convey about your hobbies and interests.
Okay, now these are the key phrases that you have to know when you want to tell people about your interest. If you can see here, there are three types of colors at the three columns here right in front of your screen. The one in the yellow column are the structures that you can use when you want to tell people about something that you are interested in. Whereby, for the one in the pink column, these structures are used to convey that you are not into that particular interest. You want to convey that the things are not your interest. And last but not least, the one in the green column is the structure that you can use to specify your interest in a formal situation. That is why we came up with my favorite, what, is, or are, and then name it. Want to see the examples? I will show you an example one by one for each and every structure that you see in this table. Alright, let us look at the examples. I have prepared two pictures for you. One is in green border, one is in red border. Why? The green border means that it is your interest. And the one in the red border, it means that it is not your interest. Which means cycling is your interest and photography is not your interest. And how are we going to convey this to other people when we want to speak in a situation? Those structures that I mentioned earlier are going to be used here. Let us see one by one. Since cycling is your interest, hence we can use I'm interested in cycling. Or if you don't want to use I'm interested in, there is always another option. I'm into cycling. I'm into cycling. And if you still don't prefer using I'm into, another alternative for you, I like cycling. I like cycling. And last but not least, you can also tell people that I'm good at cycling. I'm good at cycling. But in a formal situation and you want to specify about your interest, you can say like this. My favorite interest is cycling. My favorite interest is cycling. And what if photography is not your interest? You want to tell people that photography is not my interest, so how? First sentence, I'm not interested in photography. I'm not interested in photography. More direct, I'm not into photography. I'm not into photography. Or, I don't like photography. This one is very straightforward. I don't like photography. Or you can say, I'm not good at photography. All these options, you can choose any one of them to be used. Is that clearer for you? Okay. Just now, the samples that I provided for you are all using I'm interested in, I'm into, I'm good at. Okay, what if we don't want to talk about ourselves? We want to describe about other people. We want to tell that someone can also tell their hobbies or interests. Then we must look at the subject pronoun here. We cannot say he am, we cannot say she am, we cannot say they am. So, there is always a rule in English language. When we want to use he, she, it, we must come together with is. So, you can say he is interested in, she is interested in, or it is interested in. On top of that, when the subject pronoun is they, we, or you, then we should get together with are. They are interested in, they are into, something like that. And last but not least is the subject pronoun I. I is the one that we used earlier in the examples. Because that one is a contraction, so we use I'm. I'm is a contraction for I am. So bear in mind that if you are not going to describe about your own hobby and you want to write about someone who is interested in something, then you can use this subject pronoun provided with the rules shown here at the examples, then together with the structure interested in, into, good at. Did you realize that there is one structure lacking here? Because there is another situation. When you use like, because like is a verb, it's a kata kerja. So, when we use they, we, are, you, we say like, L-I-K-E, no S. But if somebody is talking about their hobbies or interests, then that person could be a he or she. So, when you're using he or she, we don't say he or she like. We say he or she likes. There's an S at the back. Always remember. Okay, so that's the end of our lesson today. If you have anything that you don't understand, feel free to question me at the comment section below this video. And this is the homework that I provided for you. You can just click at the link that I provided at the description section below this video. With that, thank you for watching and I'll see you at the next video.